Well, I can't believe it. It's already March 2nd of the new year, 2020. Wow, the new year sure is going by fast. And that means it's time to start making plans to get the old 1994 Nissan Sentra repaired. It's a 26-year-old car, and my question is it really worth putting a bunch of money into a 26-year-old car? This car is in great shape. I'm only the second owner of this thing, and it's been basically a garage car all its life. It had just 40,000 miles on it when I got it. It now has 98,000 miles. It doesn't even have 100,000 yet. I just did a video about 6 or 7 months ago on this car, so I'll put a link somewhere up here. In 2007, I had a complete brake job done on this car all the way around. So it's the only one that's ever been done on it as far as I know. They also replaced the front axle shafts because they were starting to show some wear. I got brand new tires at that time. That was 12 years ago. I'm sure the brakes are still in good condition, but I'm definitely going to need to get a new set of tires. It does need a clutch, and that's going to be a big deal. That's going to probably cost at least $1,000 just to put a new clutch in it because I can't do it myself. They're going to have to pull the motor to do it, so it's going to be very expensive. And I just kind of question whether it's even worth it. But if I can get parts for this car, the parts that I will eventually need, I think it will be worth it. So, as I said, it's a 94 Nissan Sentra. It has a 2.6 liter engine in it. And I've made a list of things that I need. Clutch is the number one thing that I need. And another thing that I'm going to need is a driver's door hinge, driver's side door hinge, the lower hinge. I have searched for it in the past and I'm having trouble trying to find that. So if I can find the hinge for it, we're good to go. I got battery cables on the list. I want to get a set of the original battery cables because they seem to me like they're kind of specially made for the car. I need a trunk spring for it. That's not 100% necessary, of course. But if I can get that, that'd be great. I got headlights and taillights on the list. I don't know if I need to buy the whole unit to replace those or if it's just simply the bulbs in there. I haven't even looked to see. So I'm going to make sure I can get the entire units. And then I got the ECU and the computer on there. Don't know if I would ever need to replace that, but if I did, I need to make sure I can get that thing. I've got windows on the list. I don't know if I can even find out if they make them anymore. I think you just go to a glass, special auto glass place and they make them for you, I guess. I am not even sure. I've never replaced a window in a car I've ever had in my life. So I'm kind of a newbie there. I've got alternator, fuel pump, and injectors on the list. I actually put injectors on here twice. But I have all of those. In 2018, I bought a alternator for it. I carry it in the trunk of the car. That's it right there in that box. And then I got a fuel pump I carry in the trunk too. These were both relatively inexpensive. The fuel pump is back there in the trunk as well, so I have that. And the injectors. I bought injectors last year online off of eBay, and I've already checked and they are the correct ones, so I can get the injectors. So I need to go through this list and see if I can get all this stuff, and then we're going to be starting this project. The time frame is pretty much going to be in about a month. Well, welcome back to my 26-year-old car clutch project. It has been just about a month, and by this time I was going to be taking this car to the shop and getting a new clutch put in it, but unfortunately I've had to put that off because as I was making that video a month ago, we were just starting to hear about the virus sickness situation in the world, And it took no time at all for this thing to escalate and come to my country here in the United States. And I lost my job. Well, I got laid off my job 2 weeks ago. And it's a real drag. So I immediately said to myself, I have to put this project off because I don't know what's happening. And sure enough, this thing has escalated and gotten worse and worse. It's not getting better. So it is March 28th, 2020. It's Saturday morning. And as I said, I put this thing off because I lost my job. I got laid off. I immediately filed for unemployment, but I am still waiting to hear whether it is completely accepted and I'm going to start getting money or not. I don't even know. And I was counting on my federal and state taxes to also help with this project. With that, I was definitely going to make it, be able to take the car in and have the clutch replaced and get new tires. And I had already went in here and found that I could get most all of these parts. So now all of that is on hold, unfortunately. I haven't even gotten, did get my federal tax check, but I haven't got the state yet. And as I said, I don't even know about unemployment yet. So if unemployment doesn't come through, I'm going to be spending all my money that I had saved up for this project just to get through May. And then from there, I have no idea. We're supposed to get a big stimulus check. So it looks like everything's going to work out, but I just don't know for sure. So now, yesterday, I just happened to be going through my old laptop computer and discovered on there that I had saved in my favorites a website, this website right here. And I had saved this in there, and I had found what appeared to be the correct door hinge. So I looked at that and I thought, wait a minute, I found this thing. Why didn't I buy this? So it's the $59. So it's from last year. I don't know why I got sidetracked and didn't buy it, but it is the actual door hinge I need. They appear to have it in stock. What I didn't know was that this is for a Nissan Sentra B13. And so I actually called him up on the phone. I actually bought it and then called him up on the phone to make sure. And sure enough, they say this is the door hinge I need. So I went out and I got my owner's manual information stuff out of the trunk of the car. And I looked at the owner's manual to see, and sure enough, I turned this thing over, and let's zoom in here. Look at that. Down here it says 94 B13/D. So it is, in fact, my car is a 1994 B13. Now there's a Wikipedia page you can go and learn about this, and I'm still not sure if I know what the B13 means, but it looks like these were the cars that were made in Mexico. Now, according to my number, my serial number of the car, it's made in the United States, but I appear to have a B13. So anyway, I used that and looked around. I was able to use that and kind of identify that this is the correct part. So I bought the part online. I talked to the guy, and they mailed it out yesterday. And he said it would arrive on Monday or Tuesday. I don't know if that's going to actually happen or not. But I apparently am going to get this part. I didn't like the fact that I spent this money on my credit card and all that stuff. But I bought it, and this is going to be the perfect opportunity to install this door hinge. When it arrives, if it's the correct one, I am going to take the time and try to install this next week. Looks like we're going to have some good weather for next week. We were still stuck in winter here, and I'm sick and tired of it. And so it looks like we're going to have some nice weather. So I'm going to, when I get this thing, if it arrives on time, as the guy said, I'm going to try to install this so you will see it in a separate video, and hopefully I can make this work. That's going to be a huge thing for me to get this door hinge fixed. And then, of course, once this whole virus situation and everything gets back to normal and I get back to work, we will start on the clutch and get tires for this car, and hopefully we'll be moving right along with this 1994 Nissan Sentra project.